Is she to be buried in Christian burial that willfully seeks her own salvation?
I tell thee she is, therefore make her grave straight. The crown has sat on her and finds it to be Christian burial.
How can that be so, unless she drowned herself in her own defense?
Why 'tis found so?
It must be so offendendo, it cannot be so. For here lies a point. If she drowned herself wittingly, it argues an act, and an act has three branches: to act, to do, and to perform. Therefore, she drowned herself wittingly.
Nay, but hear you, good man Delver. I believe it's time I take my leave, my brother.
Farewell, brother.
Farewell.
Dear brother.
Does this man have no feelings? Singing at a grave making?
Habit has made him insensitive.
Let's go and talk to him.
You scoundrel! Come to the presence of thy prince.
Excuse me?
How dare you insult these graves?
What did you say to me? You white bloused maiden? What are you? A woman? And let's not forget you peasant! You stink of utter filth!
Do you know who this is? This is the future king of Denmark.
Calm yourselves down. We're only here to let you know that dishonoring the graves is not right.
My apologies. I did not know that I was in the presence of such royalty.
It is all right. My friend Horatio over here is sorry as well.
Yes, Majesty. Then I will do as you say.
Just keep in mind that dishonoring the dead is a sin.
We shall take our leave, peasant.
All right, enough of that. You remember the tale in which I found myself in?
How can I forget it, my lord?
Sir, when I was captured by those bloody pirates, I couldn't sleep on board. It was worse than being shackled by chains. Sometimes we must remember that our well laid out plans aren't good enough and they never work. So we must trust it into the hands of God.
That is most certain.
I put on my sea coat and I walked around the ship. And from there, I found Rosencrantz and Guildenstern's cabin. As I went inside, I saw the documents containing my death. And so I swapped it, containing their deaths instead of mine. And to do this, I used the king's stamping, which was my father's stamping.
Is it possible?
I will hand you over the document. Here,
Please give it to me, my lord.
you can read it at your leisure.
Please, sit, my lord.
Thank you. A sincere oath of friendship. From the King of Denmark, as England was his faithful supporter, as love between the two kings should flourish like a palm tree, as peace should forever link their affections, and many more such as clauses, the King of England should, upon reading these contents, without any discussion, put the bearers of this letter to death, not even allowing them time to repent.
How was this sealed?
Why, even there, heaven smiled on me. In my bag, I had my father's sealing ring, which had the same image as the official Danish seal. I folded the document like the original, signed it, pressed the ring into the sealing wax, and placed it safely back. The exchange was never discovered. The next day, we had our sea battle with the pirates, and what happened after that, you already know.
So Guildenstern and Rosencrantz go to their death?
They took pleasure in this assignment. They don't weigh on my conscience. Their death comes from their own medding. It's always dangerous when subordinates get caught in the middle of a fight between powerful opponents.
What a king he is.
Don't you think that this obligates me? This man killed my father and warred my mother. This man who stole my chances on becoming king, who tried to kill me. This is very wrong.
Claudius will soon get news from England of what's happened there.
We only have a short time, but it's mine to use, and a man's life can be over by the time you count to one. I'm sorry that I forgot myself with Laertes. He's suffering from the loss of his father and sister. just as I am suffering from the loss of my father. I get back into his good graces, but his exaggerated grieving really bothered me.
Who's there?
Do you know this dragonfly?
No, I do not. My dear lord, if you can possibly spare a moment from me to you, I have a message from the Majesty the King.
I'll receive it with due diligence.
It's kind of stifling, but I can't describe it. But the Lord the Majesty has conveyed a large wager on you, and this is the situation.
To that effect, sir, or in whatever flowery style to which you are inclined.
Sir, you do know how good Loradius is with his weapon, right?
What's his weapon?
Sword and dagger.
A sword and dagger? That's 2 weapons. Anyway, go on.
The king, sir, has bet him 6 barbarian horses against which Loradius has piled up, and they have acquired tasteful carriages that are very delicate.
What are these carriages you're talking about?
I knew you had to refer to the footnotes to figure out what he's saying. The carriage, sir, are the hangers.
The word carriage would be more appropriate if we were carrying cannons by our side. As long as swords hang there. I prefer the word hangers. And why have these wages been imponed, as you call it?
The king, sir, has wagered a duel with you and Loradius, and the match will only take place if you grant an answer right now.
How would the match take place immediately if I answer no?
By grant the answer, I mean accept the challenge, my lord.
If the other gentlemen are willing, and if the king still desires this contest, I'll win for him, if I can. If I can't, then I'll receive nothing but shame and a few hits.
Should I deliver the response with those exact words?
I beseech you.
I offer my service to your lordship.
He does well to praise himself. No one else is going.
Look at that fool, running around like a newly hatched chick with a piece of shell on his head.
Such flattery. Probably paid compliments to his mother before he started sucking on her nipple. And there are many more like him.
The king requests for your presence.
I'm constant in my purpose.
The king, the queen are all coming down. The queen desires you to use some gentle entertainment with 2 ladies before you fall to play.
In happy time. Let us go. Daylight is burning.
Sire, are you sure about this?
Yes, I'm sure. I've trained several months for this. I'm pretty sure I can defeat the Reeds.
I'm sure, but he might kill you.
He won't kill me. I'll use whatever he has against him.
Wait, is that the king and queen?
Yes, I'm sure it is.
Unhand him, you heathen! What happened to thy voice? You need water?
Not so fast.
Let him through!
Mother. Claudius.
I beg your pardon, but I've done nothing wrong. Enough excuses! Shall we begin?
Behold!
I'm ready.
Here are your weapons, my lord.
Thank you, Horatio.
Give me your hands.
Larides, I meant no harm. That was an accident.
Whatever.
Ladies, come with me. Okay, my lord. I was thinking, we poison the soil in case things don't go as planned.
I don't need the poison. I could kill him without the poison, my lord.
This is not a request, ladies. This is an order.
Fine. I'll listen to your orders, my lord.
Hamlet, let's begin this duel. Begin.
You want to give up, Hamlet?
My son, Hamlet, has won the fight.
This wine is very exquisite.
I agree, my dear.
My queen! My lord!
As thou art a man, give me the cup. Let go by the heaven I have. Things stand thus unknown. Shall I leave behind me? If thou didst ever hold me in thy heart, absent thee from felicity a while, and in this harsh world draw thy breath and tell my story, much far off and shut within.
I declare Fortinbras the new king of Denmark.
Three, two.
For this one, action. This is not a request, ladies. This is an order. Yo!
You want to give up, lady? Who's Hamlet?
My lord! Action! I was thinking, we poison the soil in case things don't go as planned.
Cut it!